Well, James, congratulations on today's victory. Firstly, just got the starting line-up. Harris starting and Scott Shepherd just dropping to the bench. Just thoughts behind that?
Yeah, I thought we were reasonably okay last week in terms of many aspects of play. I mean, disappointing for Scott to miss out, but I just felt it was time for Alex to come back into the team, and I think my decision was justified in the end.
Yeah, and it still looks as though he had the freedom in the midfield. Was that an instruction that you basically gave him to go out and, did he have a point to prove to maybe himself or yourself?
Yeah, I think he did. I think you've always got a point to prove, but certainly him having been at the team for a number of weeks with his ability and capability, he shouldn't ever be out at a League 2 team in my opinion, but he suffered a wee dip in form and come out of the team and other people took their chance, but now he's back and he scored a goal. I thought he was good today. I thought he looked lively. He showed more aggression in his game. He was a real threat going forward and a real composed finish in the second half.
Yeah, and going forward to the penalty. I mean, it was good work leading up to Grant Savoury's cross in, but controversial red handball. I mean, how did you see it?
I wasn't sure at the time, to be honest. I know it was good football for us leading up to it, but then it looked, when the ball was played across, it looked like it was sort of whoever struck it. I'm not sure if that was one of their players, but it looked like it was going in the goals. And then the referee obviously pulled it up. So if it's going in the goals, and I think that's the letter of the law. Who knows what the rules are these days? But I think the referees just applied the letter of the law. It's a bit unfortunate for them, but that aside, you play against 10 men, it can be really difficult. We've seen it here when teams come sitting against us with 10 men behind the ball. It can be really hard to break down. But I thought before the sending off, and I thought after it, I thought we were really good at times today. I thought we were on the front foot. We were creative, good movement, good football. Didn't muck about with the ball. We played forward with effect. And as I say, I wouldn't like to put a number on the amount of goals we could have scored, but I know we missed 6 good chances. So it could have been a wee bit more.
And like you touched on there, the game, it does change, I guess, against 10 men. But I guess that's something that that you do at training, you practice at training.
Yeah, we practice for every eventuality. We've got to find a way to try and breaking 10 men down. Sometimes when teams have got 11, they're more open and there's space to play, but sometimes when they've got 10, they close the spaces. But I felt we moved the ball well enough, and not just for the sake of it through the whole game. I thought even before the sending off, I thought we looked to have a real attacking impetus about us, and I felt we played really well in the game regardless of the numbers that were on the pitch.
Yeah, and you get a bit nervous, I guess. You have went in 1-0 at half time, you've got dominant possession, and you're still only with that one goal up, still a bit nerves maybe creeping in, but to be fair, the foul on Savoury and you get the second goal in the 60th minute, but whose goal was it? Who's grabbing the credit for that? Was it Thompson free kick, but did it go straight in, or is Danny getting it?
Well, I think Hanlon got the flick on it, he's claiming it. I think that's why he has his hair like that, so he can get the flicks that put that in the net. But in terms of the first half, I said to the boys at half time, I wasn't nervous. I don't really get nervous like that, but I think Blair could have had the match ball by half time. Alex Harris should have scored, Mark Laird should have scored, and they were good chances. So that was the first half alone. And then you go to the second half and the opportunities that we were close with, and Grant Savoury had a great chance, and another 3 or 4 moments that we probably could have scored from. But I was pleased with him today. I think we were looking for a wee reaction. We stumbled a wee bit the last few weeks and probably suffered a disappointment at the sort of Cove getting away from us a wee bit. But I felt today we were pretty good.
Yeah, in a couple of minutes after that goal, a superb Danny Hanlon layoff, and Harris just rolls the ball nicely into the net, cool as you like.
Yeah, 2 great footballers, and for me today they showed their qualities at the top end of the pitch, trying to say to Danny before the game to do his best work a bit higher up, and I think he done that. And talking about Alex, how to get on the ball and how he went to go in behind, and I thought he come to the ball well, I thought he got in behind well, and I thought Blair Henderson at times in the first half he made some input into the game that was really good. A lot of additions to his game, and if he can give the team that more often, then we've got a chance of winning more games.
And is that something consciously that you have been coaching Blair?
Yeah, absolutely. It's we've worked on the last couple of weeks. We've done an incredible amount of finishing and training, not just laying the ball off and shooting, but strikers' movement, balls to wide areas, ball forward. We've certainly worked on it, and the strikers have worked hard, and right up to sort of 2:30, 3 o'clock, speaking to Blair about it, making those little runs, and he made 3 or 4 of them in the first half, and he probably should have scored off one of them. So I'm hoping he watches it back and sees what he's capable of in terms of his all-round game, and not just scoring goals. And I was pleased for him today, despite I thought he probably should have had 4 goals.
Yeah, and I know the dust is barely settling on this game, but your thoughts turning to Wednesday, and we've got an East of Scotland Cup semi-final to look forward to as well.
Yeah, so it's an opportunity for some people that need a game to show that they're ready to come in and play if somebody gets injured or somebody falls out of favour. So there'll be maybe 6 or 7 first team players that will play, and some of the young ones. So it's just a run out for them. We're not treating it a massive game importance wise, but for the ones that have not been starting games, it probably is quite important for them that they first of all work hard and show that they're ready to come and play.